Welcome, recruits. I am absolutely thrilled to have you all here today. Listen, if you're tuning in, it means you're stepping up to the plate. You aren't just sitting on the sidelines, right? You're ready for action. In today's Explainer, we're going to walk through your official mission briefing. We're talking about what it actually means to be a witness of grace and how to stand completely resolute for Christ in a world that desperately needs your light. So let's open up the manual together because the strategies we're looking at today, they're absolute game changers for your daily life.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the question we're asking today is the ultimate starting point. Are you ready? Because, being a hero for Christ isn't just something you do once a week on a Sunday morning. No way. It is an active, daily, moment-by-moment mission to shine for Jesus. It's about waking up every single day, stepping out your front door, or even just walking into your kitchen and knowing, hey, I have a purpose. You're on a mission to represent the King of Kings.
Section 1. The Call to Stand. Your mission briefing.
So being a hero means you never, ever back down from who you represent. I mean, it's pretty easy to stand tall when everyone agrees with you, right? But a true recruit, a true witness of grace, stands firm no matter what. You're representing the highest authority there is. And to really grasp the weight of this, we've got to look directly at the words of our commander from Luke chapter 9, verse 26. It says, "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed." Wow, that is a powerful, direct mission brief. Standing up starts with being bold. We can never be ashamed of our commander. Whether you're at school, hanging out with friends, or playing a game online, if you hide your faith just because you're worried about what people might think, you're stepping back from the mission. We're called to be totally brave and completely unashamed of Jesus and his words.
Section 2. Rules of Engagement. Word, Spirit, and action. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it gives us exactly 3 ways to act.
So we know we need to stand up, but how do we actually pull it off in real life? Well, every mission has rules of engagement, and ours gives us 3 specific ways to act out in the field. The source material tells us we've got to be his witness in word, spirit, and action. It's not just about knowing the truth in your head, it's about how you live it out. Word means speaking up for what's right and actually speaking kindly to others. Action is doing the right thing, like helping someone out or sticking up for a kid being bullied. But spirit? Honestly, that one can be kind of tricky. Let's say your younger brother or sister is just really bugging you while you're trying to do something important. Controlling your spirit, choosing to take a deep breath and respond with patience instead of just yelling at them, that right there is a heroic action. That is exactly what being a witness in spirit looks like.
Now, why do we go through all this effort? Well, when I read this quote from our source text, it literally made me stop in my tracks. Christ has purchased you with his own blood. I really want you to just let that sink in for a second. Think about your immense value. The commander of the universe gave absolutely everything for you. He loves you, and he wants to impart his rich grace to you. And because of this massive, unbeatable love, we've got to stand up for Jesus everywhere, at all times, and under any circumstance. You exert the absolute best influence on everyone around you when you remember just how deeply valued you actually are.
Section 3. How to grow in grace. Powering up. Let's move to and see how these builds, because we need to know how we actually get the strength to complete this mission.
Knowing the mission is one thing, right? But how do we get the energy and strength to actually do it? By growing in grace. So what exactly is grace? This definition puts it beautifully. Grace is Christ's rich gift and power imparted to us so we can advance in the knowledge and love of God. Think of it kind of like the ultimate power-up in the game. It's a gift you can't earn, you literally just have to receive it. Our source says that in the simplicity of humble faith, we just have to ask the Lord to open our understanding. When we ask him to help us understand his word, we grow in this simple, trusting faith, and guys, our light starts to shine so incredibly bright to everyone we hang out with.
Think about your daily habits like a tracker, and notice how studying the divine pattern should take up the most massive slice of your day. That basically means keeping your mind fixed on the Savior. The source material refers to this as maintaining sweet communion with Christ. And all that really means is just talking to Jesus, reading his words, and thinking about his life. When you spend the biggest chunk of your focus and heart doing that, something amazing happens. There's literally no limit to your influence. When your mind is fixed on the Savior, that sweet communion fuels every single other smaller task you have to tackle during the day.
Section 4. Defeating the adversary. Resisting the enemy.
But recruits, I've got to be totally honest with you here. This mission isn't without conflict. You are going to face resistance. We have an enemy out there who wants to stop your light from shining. This comparison from our source is absolutely critical. On one side, we have a sickly spiritual life, which is characterized by weakness and indecision. When a recruit fails to grow, they become weak, and that weakness actually invites the attacks of the enemy. And imagine the enemy attacking this sickly side. They don't look like obvious, scary monsters with absolutely no beast-like features. No way! They try to trick you. They show up as masculine, wicked-faced men with angel wings wearing ancient Israelite priest tunics. It's a super deceptive attack aimed straight at a spiritually poor and inefficient mind. But then, look at the other side. A strong spiritual life. By increasing your knowledge of truth and righteousness, you build an impenetrable defense. A growing, strong spiritual life completely repels those deceptive assaults from the enemy.
Section 5. The ultimate defense. The power of joy. We're moving into the final phase of your training now, and this is crucial because victory isn't just about fighting, it's about what we reflect.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that looks like in action. You see, your greatest weapon in this mission is actually the power of joy. We're talking about a gentle spirit, kindness, and peace. The source text makes it super clear that it is by the manifestation of the Spirit of Christ in our words and actions that the world takes knowledge of us. People don't know we're God's children because we're angry, loud, or always arguing. They know we've been with Jesus through the gentle spirit, the kindness, and the peace that we naturally show. That is the true, authentic nature of our religion.
I absolutely love this command right here. Let your countenance reflect the joy of the Lord. Now, your countenance is just the look on your face, your expressions, your overall vibe. Even when things go wrong, even when you face huge disappointments or trials, you have the power to speak of His goodness and His power. When you maintain a joyful face, a pure and healthy religious life shines the absolute brightest. It proves to the whole world that your strength doesn't come from everything going perfectly. It comes from Christ.
So the crucial point is this. You have the briefing, you know the rules of engagement, and you know exactly how to power up through sweet communion with Jesus. You are a highly valued witness of grace, which leaves us with one final, very important mission question for you to take into the field. How will your joyful countenance shine the light of Jesus to the world tomorrow? Really think about it, plan for it, and then step out in faith. You've got this. Keep shining, keep standing resolute, and I will catch you on the next explainer.